Okay, you guys ready? My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. Well, it's that time. We're ready. You guys ready? Sit back. So, we are starting to get official information for Final Fantasy. Official information. So, we're looking at the only serialized card, which, again, they said they were only doing one showcase serialized, but everybody was speculating there was going to be more. I wasn't very sure what was going to happen. And 77 golden chocobo chase cards. Symbolic of Final Fantasy VII. And oh my goodness, the only serialized card in this universe's beyond is the golden chocobo trophy. That's it. Holy cow, that's going to be one expensive ass card. If we assume there's 300,000 to 600,000 collector boxes, including ancillary loose pack products. So if we assume that, oh my goodness. Essentially, 99% of us are probably never going to see one. That places the pull rate of a chocobo, a golden serialized chocobo in Final Fantasy. I mean, one serialized chocobo and what? Every 50, maybe 30 to 80,000 booster boxes or collector boxes. Whoa. So that's an interesting turn of events. So let's look at the market in the last few hours. We have collector boxes. We have a huge surge of hundreds of collector boxes selling on the open market today. Pricing is still staying between $650 to $700 plus tax. So for most people right now, that is $690 to $750 shipped. No change. Okay? This is where it gets interesting. Based on the other spoilers and the normal cards in the set, the play boxes. I've never seen anything like this. So we are seeing a very bizarre divergence between collector and play. So on all this news of spoilers and the serialized card, yeah, sure there's a volume spike on collectors, but the price didn't even swing. Now, play boxes, in the last 24 hours, eBay and TCG Player have sold almost 2,000 boxes on the open market. The set doesn't even come out for weeks from now. I have never seen almost 2,000 normal play boxes, not collector, normal play boxes sell that quickly on a product that's almost a month away. That is, I mean, it's incredible. Now, play boxes were averaging $140 plus tax. We have now seen a 10-15% price increase. As of the film of this video, $153 to $160 plus tax. As we had discussed in this channel to you guys last week and the week before, I was speculating to you all that I felt that collector boxes were correctly priced. And I was telling you all, the Commander decks I weren't sure, but the play boxes seem suspiciously cheap. Like if store cost in a play box is $120, why on earth are the play boxes selling for like $130, $140? Like it just seemed really weird for a product that has this much demand. So, well, it appears on this news, the market is telling us right now, based on sell-through data, that you all are choosing play boxes based on the news of the official serialized golden chocobo. Those of you who aren't Final Fantasy fans, Chocobo was a really big kind of pet character. There was Chocobo racing. I remember all these Chocobo games. Chocobo was a very loving little kind of cute character, especially in Final Fantasy VII, where it became very, very famous. And obviously, I thought they were going to do 7 copies, to be honest with you guys. When I heard the Chocobo, I was like, oh my god, are they just going to be like Final Fantasy VII, 7 copies? But they didn't. They actually went with 77. I'm sure now, over the next few weeks, the argument's going to be is why didn't they go with 7, and why didn't they go with 777? That's very interesting that they leaned more into the theme and lore of the serialized thing, which they did that with Doctor Who, with the Doctors. The one of one ring, the ring to own them all. We didn't see that with Brothers War or March of the Machine multiverse serialized. Now what we're seeing all these single serialized card per sets as their showcase kind of centerpiece. But this is the first time we've had a Universes Beyond with only one card. Now, technically, Final Fantasy is Universes Beyond, but it's deemed a standard set. But it's more expensive because of the IP and everything involved. So, what does this mean? Definitely not what I expected. I'm kind of disappointed. I like the Golden Chocobo thing. I have nothing against it. I'm very happy about this whole Golden Chocobo 77 copies. But I'm disappointed they didn't do other stuff. Like, the amount of things they could have done with like a character or a weapon. Like each main character of a Final Fantasy franchise has a serialized one of one, their only weapon they use. Or each character has the original version of maybe an original artwork version that was serialized. Like, I'm surprised they didn't. I thought for sure there was going to be more than one with some other subsets. Maybe some one of ones of tens. I didn't expect it to just be that way. That was probably the most interesting thing to me, everybody. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a bearish thing for collector boxes. I don't know if that's a bullish thing, because now I can't imagine what a Golden Chocobo is going to cost. Let's get that front and center. I cannot imagine what the price point is going to be. There's no way a Golden Chocobo of only 77 serialized cards in this set. I mean, what's it going to be? I mean, what, 3,000? 5,000? 10,000 a card? I mean, these things are going to be so unbelievably expensive. And we're never going to see them. I mean, if you're talking a single serialized card every what? Thousands of boxes? I mean, just holy cow. That's a really crazy thing. Because, I mean, like I said, if we assume... Did I do my math right earlier? If we assume 500,000 collector boxes and 100 serialized cards and 500,000, yeah, that's still, Jesus. That'd be one in every 5,000 boxes? So 77 cards. Yeah, so not one every 30,000 boxes. That'd be maybe one in every 10,000 boxes. Oh my God. Maybe they cut the print run so that the supply, you can pull them more frequently. But there's no way they're going to cut the print run. There's just too much money, and they paid millions for this IP. I have no idea, folks. This is a really wild one. Now starts the fun part. Moving on from that. Now starts the fun part, because now we all have to sit back and try to determine the arguments of people who are going to be angry and disappointed, and the people who are going to say, good, they're not diluting serialized cards. There's only one. It's really expensive, really special. So now we're going to start the tug of war of this back and forth, which is going to take the price point and try to move it. So far, like I said, to me, it looks like collectors, investors are disappointed because we're seeing a surge in play boxes. But we're not seeing price declines. That's the part that's weird, you know? You would think if everybody was really unhappy, you would see the collector boxes drop to $550. And we're not seeing that. So, I'm not sure. I don't know what that means for all that. Like I said, we're a couple weeks away from release. The spoilers are getting a lot of cool things coming out now. We're going to know over the next 2 weeks about all the details of the product and the overall power level. I mean, I don't know if special guests and other subsets are only going to be available just in collector boxes, or if everything else besides the serialized card is going to be available in a play box. If that's the case, then play boxes remain severely underpriced. Play boxes should probably be like 200 plus if you can get everything in a play box except one Chocobo. I don't see why it would be that cheap. So we'll see what happens. Originally there were rumors and there was chatter on the market. Everybody says, don't buy the play boxes. There's so many. They're going to print millions of play boxes. You know, because again, it's technically a standard set, right? It should be available for 2 years. And now recently, as we've learned with Foundations, Bloomborough, Tarkir, I mean, Wizards is not keeping up with even standard play boxes. I mean, even with patrons right now with you guys, I have limit one Tarkir box for the $100 shipped. I've got limit one or two Foundation boxes, the 118. Now again, you can still get Karlov, Outlaws, Dustmorn, these other sets, but it's like, and you can still mix and match and get your 6-pack and, you know, save a lot of money, but it's still, it's interesting that they have this many sets that are like behind and not available. I mean, Wizards is at a point right now, we have 3 standard Magic sets that aren't even readily available. They have 0 in stock at the Texas warehouse for the United States distribution. Like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen Magic have 3 sets that are standard that, like, here's money. And Hasbro Wizards like, sorry, we don't have it. Like, that's really, really bizarre. And now, with this news, in a kind of a spike on play boxes, in a surge in demand, now the chatter this morning is, okay, wait a second. Is there going to be a run on play boxes? Because now there's not enough to go around. But then I was told Final Fantasy play boxes were going to be printed to oblivion. And now one distributor goes, well, actually, it's fully allocated out now. There are no additional Final Fantasy play boxes available until they reprint in the future. So now I'm like, wait a second. If this is true, the Final Fantasy Playbox reprint is going to be behind the Bloomborough reprint, the Tarkir reprint, the Foundations reprint. So now it's going to be like 4th set in queue to get more playboxes. So now I'm like, holy cow. And if that's the case, we're going to see Final Fantasy playboxes spike to 200 plus. Now, if that's incorrect information, and I can pick up the phone Monday and just order another 2, 3, 4,000 playboxes of Final Fantasy, then the price should stay what I always felt should be like 145 to 155, which right now we're pushing towards 160. And if you add tax for a lot of you all out there on TCG Player and eBay, you're pushing towards 170. So that is still a very big question mark we're all trying to figure out right now. Okay, just want to get this quick video out there because everybody's been waiting for the serialized card. I personally really like the Golden Chocobo Trophy card. I remain kind of disappointed that they didn't do extra additional fun things in addition to the Chocobo card. It's not that I don't like what they did, I just thought they should have done that and done some other fun things. Now, before I end the video, I'm going to address one other thing, because there's rumors going around immediately on this news that the reason Wizards only did 1 serialized card in this is because they're going to do what they did with Lord of the Rings, and there's going to be a second Final Fantasy Holiday Special set, like Lord of the Rings. I have had no information on this. I don't have any secret emails to myself. I have not heard any validity to that theory. It could come true, and they're keeping it very tight-lipped. If you have inside information, AlphainvestmentsLLC at gmail.com. As of right now, I cannot confirm that information is true. I have heard nothing official about that. I've heard no rumors that I believe to be true. The only people that have kind of randomly said things to me about a second holiday Final Fantasy collector box, I don't think they're very credible. So as of right now, I'm sorry, but I would like there to be. Even though I know that makes some of you guys mad. The Game Piece Army gets upset because, well, that's milking the consumer and the high prices. But I would like there to be, because Final Fantasy VII was like my teenage years, and it's a very big deal to me. Final Fantasy 2 and 3, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Final Fantasy, if you know, you know, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 10-2. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on these games. Before early days of my eBay career and selling on eBay, I was about 5 years of my eBay account that you guys have seen. From 2004 through 2007, my entire eBay account was, well, flipping and selling video games. And mostly, well, PlayStation 1 games and PS2 games. And most of those games were before Square Enix, Onyx, Squaresoft games, role-playing games, working designs, I guess some old Konami games. I can't remember all the names, everybody. What were the names back then? I can't remember. You guys are going to beat me up in the comment section. But yeah, so most of my business, because there was a point in time in my early days in college and everything, like I remember having, in certain times, my inventory, I had like 300-400 copies of Final Fantasy Black Label. And we would be flipping, selling, collecting, and investing Final Fantasy VII games years ago. I have no idea what the prices are today. I think I maybe still have like 10-20 copies left somewhere. But it was a different era back then. Because during the greatest hits, they would rebrand, and we were going to different PS2, PS3 eras. And anyways, so that's it. I want to get the news out there. We'll do follow-up videos for the next 24, 48 hours to see how the market continues to unfold. So, summary of this video. Yes, if you're a patron and you love money, or you don't like money, if you don't like money and you're a patron, buy in the open market now. Play boxes, $155 plus tax, $170 ship, support some LGSs online. Collector boxes are still sitting like $660 plus tax, so about $720 on TCG Player eBay. Nothing's really moved there. Patrons, everything, obviously, as you know, you've seen the schedule on the main page. We have the Pokemon stuff, Destined Rival, Team Rocket coming up, and then Final Fantasy. Obviously, we're going to have our Commander deck sale, Final Fantasy bundle sale, Final Fantasy Playbox sale, Final Fantasy Collector box sale, and I'm working on the Final Fantasy Commander Collector deck set for a sale. Most LGSs are only getting like 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things. They're incredibly rare and highly allocated. I am working on trying to get some of these special things, but they are incredibly expensive. So I'm thinking if I have to get maybe like a couple hundred of these Commander Collector decks for Final Fantasy, if I have to overpay to get like 500 of them maybe, and pay like, instead of wholesale price, maybe pay double. Maybe pay like 500 wholesale or 600 wholesale just to offer patrons some at, 8 or 900 or something. I'm considering it, but I haven't decided yet. I don't even know if it's possible. There may not even be that much to go around. So that's where we're at. One last thing, the video is the end, so the only people listening are people who've really been around a long time. I got to take a moment. I was going to make a separate video, but I didn't want you guys to make fun of me. I got to take a moment and thank you all for the premiercardgrading.com thing, the card grading business. We are literally expanding full-time employees now, more hours. We're looking at more laser machines, more encapsulation machines. Team Rocket 69, the one word. Now we're giving people, because, it was kind of funny because, I'll do another video on that. But yeah, I just want to thank you all, because now we're offering express, literally, stores are contacting me, like Rudy. We submit, 50 cards a month to PSA. And the prices keep going up. We're end up paying these 20, 30, we're paying $40 a card, and the turnaround times are ridiculous. And, will you do us? And we've been signing up and working with LGSs, working with you guys. And honestly, patrons, you guys have been messaging me. I've been giving people private coupon codes for businesses and getting you guys a tax-exempt account set up and everything for card grading. And you guys have been wild. The support for PCG and the growth we're having is surreal. And, I'm going to say it before, I'm going to make another video on the card grading. I don't want to fluff this video. But the Team Rocket 69 coupon code, allowing people to have 1 week turnaround because we have more labor and more people and more machines now. And you guys are loving it. I didn't realize, giving you guys a couple dollars off discounting card grading was great and all. You guys liked it. But I had no idea saying, hey, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? The number one complaint is people waiting 3, 6, 9 months to get their cards back. And I was like, fuck it then. You know what? We'll increase capacity. We'll go balls deep. And we will get people's cards from the day they enter the facility and they're checked in. We'll get them out within a week. That's it. Fucking, we're going to make it happen. I don't give a shit if we work all night. We're going to make it happen. And you guys, it went crazy. So I got a separate video on that. I just want to do a quick thank you since this is a Final Fantasy video. It'll probably get a lot of views. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, the coupon code is Team Rocket 69. And yeah, you can go on PCG's website, hit Express Grading, which is $50 a card. Use that code, and it's $19.95 a card. And that's fucking amazing, untouchable. It's just a test. We're only doing that till the end of the month. I don't think we can continue to do that permanently because the growth rate of PCG is getting crazy, and I'm gonna have to monitor the labor, the cost to see if we need to expand further. But it's been a really interesting thing. But anyways, I just want to say back to that, everybody. Thank you all for everything going on, and we're getting ready to go into the 30-day blitz. Hope you all have a beautiful day. I still like the Chocobo thing. I think the golden Chocobo is it's like winning the Chocobo race. Like first place, getting the golden Chocobo card. I think it's great. Why didn't they do more? And I know you guys are going to respond and say, well, Rudy, they're not doing more because they don't need to. And they're already going to make a fortune, and they're going to save and sandbag the extra stuff, and they're going to do a second release, and they're going to make more money. That's what I feel like most people are going to say right now. And I have no idea. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I mean, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I'm kind of biased. And other than that, damn, the cards look good. Oh my god, you see the cards of Ariel? Tifa? Oh my god, they look fucking beautiful. The artists on those things. Even Cloud and Sephiroth. Man, the cards look fucking great. Thanks for the support, everybody. Hope you're all having a beautiful day out there. As always, be respectful. Treat your local stores and employees and people and sellers online with respect. Just be nice. Most problems, just send messages. Communicate. And yes, during very busy times, some stores and some businesses and people like Rudy, I can't get back to you in a few minutes. My average response time is like 1 to 3 days, depending on what's going on in the moment. But just be nice. If there's problems, most stores will help you. If you have a problem with me, I'll try to do the best I can to fix it. If you're just kind of crazy and volatile, or you just kind of, I can tell something's off, I don't want to deal with the risk, and we're gonna have to part ways. But other than that, I think we're getting ready to go through a very high volume, very high money, very emotional period the next 45 days, and we're gonna see a lot of volatile news headlines, and we're gonna see some things going on that are gonna be less than ideal. And again, whenever there's this much money involved, you're gonna see sellers show up on eBay or TCG Player. There's gonna be scams. And yes, folks, the stores who fire sold their play boxes for $139 or something, and the price is going to $150, $60, $70. There's going to be canceled orders. If the collector boxes spike, there'll be canceled orders. We're going to start to go through all that. That's the next wave in the next 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. I'll continue to kind of keep everybody informed. Hope you all have a beautiful day out there. And that's it. That's all I got. Did anybody ever do the $1 million buyout? I don't think anybody ever... Did anybody ever do that? Didn't everybody ever take like a money and just wipe the market of anything? I thought somebody was going to do that.